Hi guys, it's Cece and welcome back to another episode of Cosrants. So, I promise that this one is a lot less angry than my last one. This one's actually pretty positive, because I have some nice things to say about this topic. So yeah. Anyway, today's episode is going to be about revealing cosplays, which I guess is sort of controversial, which it really shouldn't be, but I guess it kind of is, in some places, I suppose. So I'm going to be both expressing a very quick opinion and also sharing a personal story from Anime Milwaukee 2015. So yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so firstly, my opinion on revealing cosplays. If you guys did not guess already, I'm a fairly open-minded person, and I think that if somebody feels comfortable wearing something that shows a lot of skin, then they should be able to do it. With some exceptions, if you're very young and you're like cosplaying a character that has like, I don't know, like no pants on or something, or like your entire butt's hanging out, if like you literally have nothing covering your genitalia, or if your boobs are out, then maybe you should like maybe reconsider, especially if your parents tell you you can't. If you're underage, if you're under 18, or if you still have to listen to your parents for whatever reason, if they tell you that you can't do something because they don't like it, then please listen to them. I'm not your mom. I'm 17. I'm nobody's mom. So this is just my opinion and stuff like that. My parents are very comfortable with me doing kind of whatever I want because they know I'm not going out and like causing problems or anything like that. So please just listen to what your parents are telling you. If they really don't want you to be cosplaying a character for some reason, I would try to convince them why you want to do it, and if they still insist that you can't, you can do it later after you move out, after you turn 18, whatever. You can put it off for another time. Anybody that's wearing a revealing costume in public, at a convention, whatever, if they post a video online, they deserve to have your respect. You don't get to make sexual comments at anyone. This is for both genders, by the way. It's not just females, it's for both males and females. If somebody has like their boobs out, if it's like a shirtless dude, anything like that, you don't get to make sexual comments at them if they're unsolicited. You don't get to harass them, you don't get to tell them to put on their clothes, you don't get to tell them to do any of that because it's none of your business, unless they're breaking an actual rule. Like if they're at a convention and the convention says you have to be wearing a shirt, then they kind of have to be wearing a shirt, but even then it's not really your job to tell them to do that unless you're con staff, so yeah. I think one of the most important things as a female wearing a revealing costume is to generally stay with a group. Personally, I haven't really had any negative experiences in cosplay that's revealing, but I have had negative experiences out of cosplay with regular clothing. So it's just usually better to stay in a group because I think it's harder for people to attack you, like verbally, emotionally, physically, if you're with other people, if there's a group of people around to see it or to help defend you. So yeah, generally just do whatever makes you feel safe. If you don't feel comfortable wearing something that's revealing, then just don't wear it. Or if you don't feel comfortable wearing something that's revealing, then I would just suggest not wearing it. Okay, so now I'm going to share my experience with pretty much the only cosplay that I've done so far that's been like revealing or promiscuous or whatever. So last year at Amki I did a Synchronicity version Megurine Luca. It's from a YouTube series of Vocaloid songs. I think it's only like 3 songs or something like that. But I did Luca and my friend Erin did Miku. And yeah, if you guys follow me on my regular Tumblr, you may have already seen this. I did a little post about it, but I wanted to like make an actual video because I have a much larger following on my YouTube than I do on Tumblr. Alright, so like I said, these were worn at Amki last year. And yeah, around this time I had like, I think I was about to turn 17, so I was 16 but almost 17, and Erin had just turned 15, I believe? 15? That sounds right. So yes, this was my first time ever like doing anything ever that showed this much skin. In my like day-to-day life, I generally wear like t-shirts and pants. Sometimes I'll wear like a skirt, but like the most revealing that I'll go is like a crop top and like a high-waisted skirt. That's about the extent of like my skin showing. So for this costume it was a little, I wouldn't say out of my comfort zone. I was very comfortable doing it, but it was just something that I had never really like done before, I guess. So at Amki, this was my first time wearing something like that, and I was really nervous going into it, especially because I was so young. A lot of people think that I look a lot older than I actually am. A lot of people think I'm in college. I'm not in college, I'm in high school. But yeah, I was only 16 and I was going around in this costume, and stepping into the con center that day I was so scared, because there's always all these like posts and stuff on social media about like women and men getting harassed in cosplays at conventions by other people, by like convention staff and all that stuff, so I was just super scared. But even like from the first hour that I was there, it was just an incredible experience. It was so fun. I didn't get any negative comments all day, which was something that I was really nervous about, but nobody said anything mean to me, nobody made fun of me, nobody came up to me and harassed me, so that was really awesome. I'm sorry the camera angle changed, my feet fell asleep. But anyway, Erin and I and our whole group was heading out of the Wisconsin Center. I'm not sure if you guys have ever been to Amki, but there's like this, there's two hotels connected to each other. Well, I guess one of them's a convention center and one of them's a hotel, but we were leaving the convention center and it's like 3 floors and we were on the first floor, and so to get to the skywalk you had to go up some escalators and then go to the skywalk to get to the hotel. So we were going up the escalators, and there was a group of people coming down the escalators right next to us, and coming down there were these little girls. I don't know how old they are, they're probably like 7 or so, maybe a little bit younger than that, and they just got so hyped when they saw me and Erin. They were like, "Oh man, it's Miku and Luca," and they gave us like high fives as we passed them. And it was just so cool. We also went up to the maid cafe, and I felt more comfortable there than I expected to, because maid cafes are really modest environments. If you guys did not know, there's a lot of etiquette and proper things, I guess, that you have to do in a maid cafe, and I was a little bit scared going in there like with my entire stomach out and like my garter belts and stuff, but it was really well received and I didn't feel like weird or out of place. Another really awesome thing was I did not get any weird male attention during the weekend, which was just awesome, because I know that if you're like a 20-something-year-old guy and you're going around at a convention taking pictures of people, it can be really hard to not come across as creepy, especially if you're talking to girls that are maybe around the same age as you or younger than you. But every guy that approached us for a photo was really nice about it. He was like, "Hey, you guys look really nice, can I get a picture of you?" And they would take a picture and leave without being like, I'm gonna put this on a creepy website or anything like that. The worst thing that happened was we were at the mall getting lunch, and this guy wanted to be in a picture with us, which is totally fine, that happens all the time. But he like looked over at Erin right before the picture was gonna happen. He was like, "Sorry, Miku's my favorite," and he just like grabs her hand like this without asking, and it was just really uncomfortable, especially because Erin was so young. Like, she had literally just turned 15 like the day before, or that day maybe, I don't remember. But yeah, basically don't do that. So yeah, basically I had a really fun time wearing that costume. I think I might bring it back to Amki this year because, I don't know, just thinking about it so much has made me really miss it. And I don't know, I might wear it again this year. Thank you guys so much for watching. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!